The following thoughts on Hoppe Hour do not represent Cox Media Group or its sponsoring. Anything you hear may and will be used against you. Thank you.
What's up? This is Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe. And on the phone line is radio legend Brother Wease from Radio 95.1. Every morning, he is on Hoppe Hour. What's up, bro?
You got it, Mr. Ryan Hoppe. That's some kind of name. And where are you? What city are you in?
I'm in Tampa Bay now. I worked for Rover for about 3 months 2 years ago in Cleveland, and I moved here. This is actually my second anniversary here in Tampa Bay working in promotions. I do the show Hoppe Hour on the side, but I've been here in town in Tampa Bay now for 2 years.
How do you like it?
I love it, dude. This is the best thing that ever happened to me. Everyone down here is cool and gracious. It's a very unreal thing, man. I love it here in Tampa.
So what station do you do promotions for?
I work for 102.5 The Bone. It's like FM hot talk radio, similar to what you do at Radio 95.1 for 25 to 54-year-old men. And we do really well down here. My goal is to get the show Hoppe Hour on the air. It's not on air yet, which is why I record the show and interview people in radio and comedy. So even though I'm not on air yet, man, things are going well, bro.
Well, that's good. I hope you finally get a shot on the radio in Tampa Bay.
Thank you, brother. How has everything been with the show? Even though you're getting older, man, what I like about you is you come off very youthful and you come off very fun on air, like a guy I would want to get a beer with.
Well, I've had a lot of strange life experiences, and, I have a young family. My wife is much younger than me, but we have 2 kids together. That one is a freshman in college, and one's going to go to college next year. So, my lifestyle is a lot younger than the years I've been on the planet. But the one thing that pisses me off as an old guy is that young people like to fuck around with old guys and make old jokes and do ageism, when the fact of the matter is, if you got half a brain, the older you are, the more shit that you know. You can't be here every day and not learn things. So, I don't know where these people are coming from.
What do you think, and give an honest take, what do you think of kids my age, the quote-unquote millennials? What is your honest take on us, Brother Wease?
Well, I can only speak of what's going on with my own family. My freshman in high school kid and my other young one, man, the fact that they've had these smartphones basically their whole lives. My daughter, I can't even get her face out of the thing. At all. I really think that they're going to change the world so drastically. I think the computer, the internet, they're such great tools, but they're also semi-dumbing people down. They don't know how to enjoy life and go out and party with each other instead of constantly looking at Instagram or whatever game they're playing. I'm scared and sad about it.
What's weird, man, is when I'm hanging out with my friends and I get to visit home once a year up in Chicago for Christmas, dude, at the end of the night when we're all drunk, we're not reminiscing about the past. We end up going on our phones, man, so you have it spot on. It's crazy how, we are addicted to this little device,
It is addictive, and I'm in there myself. It's just that it's overboard for my 17-year-old daughter and for my 18-year-old son. Overboard. And it just seems to us older people that lived a different way that it looks sad to us. To the young people, they don't know another way of life, so they can't even understand, why we think it's a sad way to live.
Where do you think we are as a society, Brother Wease? Do you think we're going downhill, or are things just appearing to be worse because of social media? Do you think things are getting worse with Trump as president, etc., if that makes sense?
Well, the Trump thing's very, very, very scary to me, yet the other side, the Trump supporters, just don't see it the way we see it. I don't want to I think Right now, I don't think it could be worse in America. The conservative people used to try to talk shit and blame Barack Obama for splitting up this country. You know, they think he spurned racism because he talked for his people here and there. But nobody that studies politics, anything, will disagree that the country has never been more divided than it is right here today.
Now, did you want Trump at all to get into office? I know you were for Clinton, but was there any part of you, brother, that was like, it's okay if he gets in because of this reason, or were you just against him completely?
Bro, I'm one of those people that think the guy is an embarrassment, a joke. I can give you a couple scenarios that whoever disagreed with it is a hypocrite. One scenario is you talk to those people that hated Barack Obama. I talked to a smart guy on a beach once that was a Republican, and I said this to him. I said, if Barack Obama was white and a Republican, you would bow to that guy. The guy self-made, came up by his bootstraps. He was a constitutional scholar. The family is impeccable. Him, his wife, and his kids. The stuff that Republicans love to talk about, family values. On the other side, you got Donald Trump. If that son of a bitch, if Donald Trump was a Democrat, Republicans would lynch him. Married 3 times. Bang. I mean, his list of a scam college that he paid $25 million to make amends to the students he ripped off. A ton of bankruptcies where he stiffed construction companies. He set the record for lies. The lies that you can't even retract. Right down to the part where Kelly Conway had to say they were alternative truths. They had to make up a new name for lying. The guy talked about the massacre of Bowling Green that never happened. The guy just talked about Andrew Jackson and the Civil War when Andrew Jackson was dead 16 years before it. He talked about how big his inauguration was. It was all lies. He talked about his electoral college victory. You can look them all up. And they were lies. He didn't even beat Barack Obama's last 2. The guy lies on a continual basis. If Hillary Clinton was the president today, and if she brought her daughter and son-in-law into the White House for jobs, if she flew to her mansion in Florida to play golf every weekend, if she brought in Goldman Sachs people to be in her administration, the Republicans would go crazy. But their guy did it, and they looked at it, they think it's fine. It's completely unbelievable. He said he was honored if he gets to talk to Kim Jong-il. For crying out loud, when Barack Obama bowed to a head of state in Japan, which is a ceremonial bow, the right-wing people went nuts. Now this guy's talking about it's an honor to talk to Kim Jong-un. This is crazy stuff, bro. It's all crazy.
Do you think, brother, he's going to get us into World War III? What is your take?
Well, I've never been afraid of a World War III breaking out, but I will say that if it happens, it is this guy. It's this guy because, and the other thing, since you brought it up, here's a guy that not only made fun of Senator McCain, a true war hero. Here's a guy who was quoted as saying his Vietnam was going to bars in Manhattan. This is a guy that's now a big shot because he bombed an airport and it didn't do shit. Now he's a big shot. Now he's got big balls. This is a guy that supports the military, yet he made fun of a Gold Star family. It's all on record. And he dodged the draft because he was a rich dick. It's ridiculous. And he's got Michelle Obama, who conservative people hate for what reason I don't know, who started a healthy lunch plan for kids in school. Donald Trump just rescinded that plan. What a terrible thing. Michelle Obama was made fun of when she had bare shoulders. These are all facts. But now, for the first time in history, you can look on your smartphone and see naked pictures of a first lady. The Trump supporters said, yeah, but she's the hottest first lady ever. Well, good for you. That's what we need from first ladies. Sex pictures, lesbian pictures, which she posed for. This is stuff that Republicans, the Family Values Party, used to have a heart attack about. Now it's okay. It's their guy.
Now, do the bosses let you on your morning show talk about Trump like this, or have you been told to turn it back a bit, hold it back?
I turned it back on my own. The only thing, I don't even talk about it at all. As zero as I can. But every day we play comedy drops from late night TV. And I don't know if you've been hearing them, but they make Trump jokes every night, every late night show. And people hate me for that. It's not even my voice.
What about what Colbert said last night, where the media is trying to say that it was a homophobic joke? I think it's just ridiculous at this point.
It's so cool that you said that, Ryan, because we did discuss that on my program this morning. We played Colbert and discussed it. You can say all the stuff you want negatively about what he said, but what you can't say, if you're educated, is that it was homophobic. It had nothing to do with homophobia.
Now, brother, for people that would want to hear your radio show, where can they find it?
Just iHeartMedia. On iHeartRadio, it's easy these days, and people use Bluetooth and listen to it in their cars all over the country. We get calls from everywhere. iHeartRadio, and then Radio 95.1, Brother Wease Show.
Thank you for the call, man. Everything you've said, I totally agreed with. I just didn't know how to back it up with points because I have a hard time trying to think what is real and what's not when it comes to the news. Thank you for coming on the show. Everything you said was spot on.
Well, let me tell you one more important thing. This bullshit, another one of the most genius things that Trump did was invent that term fake news, because that's the latest thing from their side. The biggest fake news is Donald Trump, who the only thing is that's fake news is any news that he doesn't like, any news about him. And when every single thing I told you is all on audio and video said by Donald Trump. So you can't say anybody who wants to challenge anything I said is fake. They better start using Google, because it's all there.
Well, brother, thank you for the call, man. You knocked it out of the park as usual, and I'll be sure to tune into your show tomorrow. Thank you, bro.
Take care, Brother Ryan.
And that was radio legend Brother Wease from Radio 95.1 as he called in to Hoppe Hour. Now, if you're a fan of Brother Wease and you want to hear more of my show, it's not hard. It's not rocket science. All you have to do is get my app. I have my own mobile app for the show. Go to the Google Play or iOS shop. Search up Hoppe Radio, Hoppe Radio. There you can listen anywhere in the world when I'm live or on demand. Go to my website, RyanHoppeRadio.com. Tweet at me at RyanHoppeRadio. And if you want to send me an email and you want to collaborate, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. This has been Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe, saying peace out.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.